Alright, let's see. Okay, before we begin, let me just go ahead and lower down the volume. Right, now then, I'll go ahead and jump into the call to the others. So, let's head over there.
Hello, Goggles, by the way. There was
Goggles,
something
what's up,
that,
buddy?
Hey, everybody.
there was something that it was in regards to the anime, and Toby was always because something that Ethan Hobbs tweeted, and the Joe was telling, oh, not every Ash is different. It's just the art style and something, and Toby was always saying, no, it's alternate universes, and Toby being Toby, always crafting theories off his ass, and I'm like, clearly clearly you don't see the anime. You see
Oh.
an Ash with a different art style, you think it's a different Ash.
Oh, wait. That sounds familiar. That sounds familiar. But can you link me to the tweet like later on? We have a. I see Goggles says it's time for PokeChat Live, folks.
Let's go.
All right, Goggles, we'll leave it up to you to open things up, baby.
Alright, first of all, I was just saying that message to the others, to the other two who are going to join us soon. But, I'm going to, oh boy, this episode. Before we begin, though, I do need to get proper. Hello, everybody. My name is Gongmeza. Welcome to PokeChat Live Deluxe XD, Gear of Darkness, whatever you want to call us, because, frankly, I don't even know what we're calling ourselves anymore. Obviously, in the voice call, I have, Infamous, we have Crasher.
How's it going, everyone? Usually Corey here, aka Crasher, and it has been a hot minute since I last was on your show. And I gotta say, the honor and the pleasure is all mine to be here once again. Woo! And I might or might not be hopped up on some coffee.
Awesome. Well, provided by coffee. And, of course, we have Core Blitz.
Greetings, trainers. Kruvlitz here, and it's finally time to talk about the third Galarian starter.
It's time for us.
It's been 15 months! 15 hellish months to get the goddamn monkey.
We'll get into it, Caro. Hang in there. But before we do, things, there's something I need to bring up real quick. Yes, folks. I want to give a little shout out to Cole Blitz for the one who created these the slides that you guys are seeing right now on the stream right now. Cause we made these a while ago, but I haven't put them on yet till now. So as of right now, we are gonna add more slides, obviously like this, to give info of like the PokeChat members, and we'll also add in the new folks who just joined, like Crash and Infamous, for example. And we still gonna make one for Trey, cause apparently the boy doesn't like to talk, even though he talked earlier last night. So round of applause to you, Cole
And-
Blitz. Go round of applause to you for making these great
And-
slides.
This was for the Twitter page, and the Brian also is still,
We still
to
gotta,
reply.
yeah, we still need to get Brian's
Yeah.
thing, but at least I found some use until we get them on the Twitter stuff.
Speaking of our boy Brian, Zero Voltage. Today he surpassed the Pokéref.
Oh
So
God!
Dude, no way.
yeah,
Hey, hang on a sec. Hang on. Hey. Wait. 36.9k subs Skrizzlers. The Poke Raf. Nope, he did.
Oh my goodness, that boy's going to places.
the Brit Junior
Yes.
surpassed the Brit Senior.
So-
Yeah, that's just it. It's like the little brother surpasses the big brother.
Yay!
Now we have to wait for the end of the month for our boy Zero Voltage to reach 50k and surpass Entity Maze. In the end of the year, you'll surpass Sack.
I believe you mean Ben Titty Maze.
Yes, Ben Titty Maze.
Oh my goodness, this has been a week. I'm gonna say this right now, a lot of stuff. And honestly, I'm looking. There's some things I liked out this week, and some things I didn't like out this week. The reason I'm like this is because there's something I need to bring up real quick. I know it's time for us to talk about an episode, but I want to wait for the other two to show up when they can. So for now, Kuro, I know that you and I have been watching a certain show that had a certain special this week. Have you seen it yet?
No, because it's country locked for me.
Okay.
Country lock.
Okay, so for context, folks, earlier this week, South Park had made the vaccination special, which I was able to watch because I live in the country it's made. Sadly, Koro here is having a difficult time finding the episode, so I'm not gonna say what happens in that episode. I'm just gonna say this right here, right now. That was a ride. I'm gonna say it right now. That was a wicked ride. It's South Park. What do you expect? Crash, I don't know if you've ever watched South Park.
Eh,
It's been a while since I watched South Park.
Also, people in the chat, this month we are going to have the season and the series finale of DuckTales 2017, the reboot, and the special to end the season and the series. It's going to be 90 minutes long. It's a four-parter, like The Darkest Day. So it's basically ending the reboot in 4 episodes, like if it was a movie. So, to those who love DuckTales, don't make sure to watch the series. It's a great series, way better than the original, because they know how to write the story instead of just being a commercial for Disney. But yeah, I'm trying. I'm trying to buy time and all.
No worries, no worries. But yes, folks, sad news is like DuckTales is coming to an end, which I did watch the first season. I dropped out of DuckTales not because it was a bad show. It was only because around that time, I also was having with me around that time when DuckTales was airing the reboot. I watched the first season. It was a good season. I liked the storyline with the murder, and I liked the Shadow. I think it was called the Shadow War. I think right, like the first storyline.
Yeah.
All right, because like I know Media Nut is pretty much looking forward to the ending of that show, which I don't blame him on. But props to the creator, to the writers, to the staff who created that show. Hello.
Yeah. Yeah. Mr. Trey arrived.
Yay, Trey! We just need one more to go. Well, starting for
Tree
time.
Man.
What's up? What's up?
We're doing good.
Oh, not too much, Tree Man. I'm a little hyped up on the coffee. It's a caramel cream egg flavored.
Okay, I got a quick question. Quick question to everybody.
Oh, what's up?
How's the audio right now? I want to make sure if the audio is fine right now, because we're gonna tackle a big one today. So I gotta make sure we're fine.
It's great. It's great. The audio is great in all ends.
Okay.
The
Good.
audio sounds good. It sounds good.
Okay. But going back though, real quick, Trey, we're starting for time for one more person to join us, so that way we can fully start this thing out. But man, I feel bad for those DuckTales fans. I know it's gonna suck for them, but at least they're ending things off right. They're ending things off with a full parter. Take notes. Take notes, most series. This is what that's what you're supposed to do. Well, not a 4-part series because that's intense. But you gave one, end your show right.
What is okay? Red is asking me what is bullying is. It's like this Italian pasta, like this sauce mixed with pasta, So yeah, it's the sauce that you put on meatballs. So he basically is asking about the favorite dish and whatever. Also, Trey, we need to do a slide for you because you vanished when I was going to ask, or I sent it to you, but you never replied because you got busy. But it's okay, bro.
What did you say, bro?
About the slides,
Look
the
at this.
bio cards.
Look at the stream right now.
Yeah, because I sent the template, and you are still to asking me, but you got busy and whatever. Yeah, guys, this bio cards, it was meant to be on Twitter. I don't know why Goggles is like showing this
I'm
here
not
via
the one.
PowerPoint.
I'm not the one who has the Twitter.
However, you guys have the Twitters, you guys have the YouTube channels, and these bio cards are heavily inspired by the ones that Cerebi.net does for the Dex holders from the Pokemon Adventures manga. So that's your fun fact.
They're pretty clean.
Yeah.
I want to point out.
Can you believe that I did this all in PowerPoint?
Really great job, bro.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Yeah, my bad. I missed your message on when you sent it, bro.
Oh, don't worry, man.
Yeah,
It was after a reunion. So yeah.
after the stream, we'll work on like getting yours, Infamous, and Crasher's index cards soon, so that way I can add them here for next
Yeah.
week's. But is there anything you guys want to bring up real quick before we start? Because if not, we could begin, and Infamous can join us whenever he can.
Oh, I'm open to pretty much whatever it is that you want to do. I'll
Honestly,
happily
yeah.
get hyper and drink coffee and give my thoughts on whatever it is we're talking about.
All right, I'm just gonna do one quickie thing to announce to the folks. I know it has been a while since it got announced, but that was a part-timer 2. Season 2 is coming soon. I'm excited for that. I'm storming for time because Jesus
Yes.
Christ.
And Shield Hero Season 2 as well.
Yeah,
Woo!
let's do it. Let's do it. Shield Hero part-timer. Now, if only I get Syrup of the End
Oh,
Season 3, I'm happy.
Not to mention that this spring we are going to get the reboot of Inuyasha. Inuyasha, no, Inuyasha is having the sequel, Yashahime. We're going to have the reboot of Shaman King this spring. We are going to get also the season 2 of Demon School Hiromakun.
Yeah.
Speaking of devils, Demon Misfit is going to get a season 2 this year as well. And next year, to celebrate the 20th anniversary, we are going to get another show of Tokyo Mew Mew or Mew Mew Power, the girls who turn into cats or whatever that is. Because we are on an anime renaissance, your childhood is coming to life. Childhood as in the 90s, right? Because Sakura Card Capture got a sequel, Magical Doremi got another movie, and they are most likely going to do a sequel about the light novels where the girls are on high school. So yeah, if you miss your 90s childhood or you never experienced it because you were born after the Y2K, now it's the time for you to watch the good stuff.
Y2K?
Y2J!
Y2K? I never heard that Pokemon before.
Not to mention that, please, everyone, this is the PokeChat, but you guys need to watch Digimon Adventures 2020. That's something amazing.
I have watched the series right now. It's better than Journeys right now. I'll say that for sure. But I'll talk about that when we get to that. But now we need
Samurai Trainers D. In regards to Dragon Ball, here's the thing. I don't want to wait so long for a Moro arc. They should do a Moro arc as a movie trilogy. Like, at least, release a movie each 6 months, like how they do with the
Digimon
Fate
Tribe,
Stay Night movies.
or like Digimon Tribe.
Or like Digimon Try, yeah. I would prefer. It would be an odd approach, but it would, make basically, release 3 movies, one movie with chapter 1 to 6, one with 7 to 14, and other to 19 to 20 of the Moro arc, because it's 20 chapters. So basically, do a trifecta of movies like Moro arc trilogy or something around those lines. They could do that. It's not a Dragon Ball approach, but do you really want to wait until 2030 to have the Moro arc, the granola, and whatever more they are going to still cook up? Because Dragon Ball Super is monthly, not weekly like back in the day.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yes.
But speaking of Dragon Ball, and speaking of monkeys, it's time for the damn review.
That was a good high-end. That was a good tie-in.
Trey, is there anything else you want to bring up?
You really don't want to review this episode, I can tell it right now.
I'll be taking care.
All right,
I'll
we'll
be
start
taking
it
care
then.
of this.
All right. Realistically, though, we're gonna begin, folks. I'm gonna say this right now,
I'll take
folks.
care of the summary part because goggles might start raging.
No. Okay.
Oh,
Before,
God.
hold on. I gotta say
can
it.
imagine.
I gotta say this real quick right now. Folks. I'm gonna apologize in advance right now because There's gonna be words said, specific words, and I apologize to any younger viewers. So keep in mind, never use these out of context. Only do them, never.
Yes.
Unless if you're talking to Trey, then I'm just kidding.
Oh wow.
Trey, start the freaking summary before I go at it. Censored mode off. Go for it.
All right. All right. So the summary of this episode is the elongated Grookey appearance. As we know, Grookey has an original trainer. That's what they've been hyping up through Korokoro and things like that. And so we get this episode where I'm skipping over the dream sequence. We don't need to discuss that right now. Go
Forever.
Yeah, or ever.
Never. We're never going to talk about that. We'll probably have to.
Go ends up waking up with this Grookey on his arm. And so the whole episode is them looking for a Grookey trainer. We get a lot of nice, funny moments. But in the end, it's revealed that Grookey's trainer is, surprise, surprise, Team Rocket. Like, they haven't had done enough this series. And so we have this whole controversial thing of, like, well, it is Team Rocket's Pokemon. But then Go's missing Grookey because apparently, you know, having Grookey on his arm for, like, maybe an hour or two made him miss it so much. And bada bing, bada boom. We have a nice little power struggle of who can catch Grookey. In the end, Go ends up catching it. And that's pretty much the summary. And also, come on, Egi finally appeared again, so yeah. Now, who wants to go first?
I am going last. I am going last.
I want to go
You are going last, but that's my job.
Sorry, Koro. You're fired, Koro. You're going second to last. Yeah, Crasher. Start us out.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right, Crasher, you got the floor.
All right, the knee chokes are on me. Oh boy, okay. First off, let me take a nice little swig of my caramel cream egg flavored coffee.
Today's sponsor was Buy Coffee, folks.
Oh, all you beautiful people watching in the stream right now, we got 7 glorious people, lucky 7. Thumbs up the like button and subscribe to the man Goggle Masters. So, I want to say right now, I do not hate this episode. I do not. I thought it, for what all that had transpired, I thought it was okay. I am a 5 out of 10 on this one. And I'm going to elaborate a little bit more when I do my, my episode review tomorrow around this time. Here's the thing. Grookey single-handedly saved this episode from being Trizash. Okay? Just want to make that perfectly clear right now. Because, okay, so we, for months, have had our hopes and dreams of Grookey finally getting its episode. And then we found out, oh, well, this Grookey belongs to someone. Oh my. And when Grookey appeared just out of nowhere, and it was all the result of a dream, which I still don't quite understand, but, that's neither by the by. Here's the thing. Oh, and by the way, Raid Pirate gives it a 6.5 out of 10. Nice. I just also want to, okay, before I continue on with my thoughts, I do want to apologize if I come off as very, very hyper-aggressive. I kind of am hyper-aggressive. I mean, I'm a goddamn tiger. I'm Incineroar.
Yeah,
so
there's
that.
still.
But I want to say right now, that despite my opinions on this episode, I do not want anyone to be under the impression that if you like the episode, if you dislike the episode, that I'm going to be against you. The beautiful thing about these type of things is that we all have our different takes. We all have our different levels of enjoyment. Some might think this is the best damn episode of all time. And if it is, kudos to you. Nothing but respects. And alternatively, if you thought this episode was absolute garbage, nothing but respect and nothing but power to you. You know what I'm saying? We can all disagree and have a healthy and lovely, knee choke-filled conversation about it. Now, back to the regularly scheduled program being my thoughts. The thing is, the execution of this episode was awful. It was terrible. Because, for one thing, they rushed this way too bloody quick. How many of you guys in the chat and in the call thought that this would be a mini arc? That maybe we would get a few episodes, right? A few episodes where it'd be like a mini arc where Grookey travels with the gang and they bond with Grookey. And by the time that they find the quote unquote original trainer, that, you know, the arc would come to a natural end. And a little bit of a dry heave right there because I'm getting hyped. And this right here would have been a creamy opportunity to introduce a new character. How about Hop? You know what I'm saying? Hop has to appear sometime in the anime. How about the returning Gary motherfucking Oak? You know what I'm saying? He was teased in the anime's opening. This would have been good to have him be the Grookey trainer. Hell,
honestly, Crasher, sorry to interrupt, but when the title summary appeared, my hopes were many people wanted Gary, and it's understandable because Blastoise is a starter, Electivire it's a gorilla, so having Grookey is like a mix of both in some capacity. I wanted to be Rinto because Rinto has, you know, Gallade and Pokemon who use gear to combat, you know, weapons. And I think that this episode should have been a Galar two-parter, in my opinion. I share my thoughts on Twitter on how this episode should have been, and the whole premise was that TLDR, Grookey was Leon's, but he in the whole conundrum of Winden, Grookey lost Leon, and the joke is that Grookey's bad with directions as well.
I was literally just about to say that as well, like that. Maybe
or because there is a certain trainer that, even though it would be Grookey's trainer, he would not mind that Go would be the now trainer of Grookey, and that's Tokyo, because Tokyo has Chikorita. He's searching for Celebi, and he saw Sobble and Reboot. So in my brain, my thoughts were like, maybe Tokyo went to Galar to get a Galar starter because he saw Go's and maybe wanted to visit Go. Grookey sniffed the scent of Go, that's why he's there. And I want to give back Grookey to Tokyo, and Tokyo is like, no, he's bonding to you. It's okay, no worries. And I think it would. Here's the thing. This episode, it's the definition of mid, because Grookey carries this episode on its own. Like, Grookey, it's too good and too precious to be in a shitty-ass episode like this.
I agree. 100%.
I just want to make this
But yeah.
So, I was, what was I saying? To kind of wrap up my thoughts, because I got into a bit of a rage rant there, and I want to apologize.
No worries.
So here's my thing. Grookey, as you accurately and honestly put it, carried the damn episode on its little back, on its little gorilla back. Here's the thing. If it wasn't for Grookey, this episode would have been Trizash. I do like the fact, this might sound a bit controversial, but please hear me out. I do like the fact that Go got Grookey. And you know what? Yes, Raid, you are also correct. The adorable little puppy dog of Yamper did in fact also say this episode. I like little teeny tiny Yamper as well. So thank you for pointing that out. Shout out to you. So the thing is, I do not have a problem at all with the fact that Go got Grookey, because it's, as I have said for months now, that if Go was to get all three of the Galar starters, this would be paralleling Generation 1 Ash, because when Ash debuted, it was in Generation 1. He got all the Kanto starters in his debut generation, being Generation 1. Go debuted in Generation 8. So him getting all of the Galar starters,
and the starters are on the same stage, because Grookey and Sobble are Bulbasaur and Squirtle, and Cinderace is Charizard.
Exactamundo.
Also, I like the fact that Grookey was caught 8 months after Sobble. 8, the generation we are in.
Oh, that is pretty ironic.
I didn't know that. That's actually good. That's good. Nice little trivia there.
Real quick, I want to point out two things. Number one, welcome Infamous.
Oh, Infamous is here.
Yes. Sorry, we're a little bit late.
The
The
It's
group
okay,
is
man.
arrived.
You
Oh
made it.
boy!
You made it,
What's
man.
up?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
How you doing right now, Infamous?
As far as like what I thought about the episode and everything,
No, like just in general, like your daily life.
what would you say, Goggle?
No, just like how you been doing today.
Oh, I've been doing good. Actually working on my region stuff today. So I kind of got lost in that. So we got a couple of things hopefully to show off next week with my region and my starter Pokemon. So I'm excited about that. But overall, man, just having a good time and interested and ready to jump in on this this Grookey conversation because
Yeah, words are gonna be said.
episode.
And the second thing, I've been listening the entire time, but I had to go on mute real quick because I was eating hot Cheetos, and I think I almost choked on one. I'm good right now. I'm good right now. I'm good right now. Don't worry. I drank a bunch of water, so right now I'm good. My throat feels like it still has something, but like I'm fine right now. Don't worry. I'm all good, folks. Folks, a piece of advice: never eat flaming hot Cheetos when you're enraged. Continue, Crasher.
Got that.
Well, pretty much. I like the fact that Go caught Grookey because I thought, okay, this is going to be mirroring Generation 1 Ash. I was saying this for months, and alas, it happened. The fact that it was Team Rocket, of all freaking people, to have Grookey as the original trainer. No freaking way. You know what I mean? No way. I thought to myself, that is crazy. Like, I did obviously a live reaction to it, on my live stream today, and just say that Crasher.exe has stopped working.
Uh-oh.
I was so freaking aghast.
Bro, I honestly love seeing everyone's reactions today.
You love seeing that. You love the fandom, don't we? All love it.
Well, I'll say this much. I will say that when it comes to, say, the more controversial stuff about the anime and stuff, it's okay to have a different opinion. No one is arguing that you're, whether or not you're allowed to have an opinion. No, everyone's allowed to have an opinion. But just be sure to, respectfully come across like non-hostile, and learn to respect other people's opinions. If they agree with you, great. If they disagree with you, great. For me, it's like I also put this in the disclaimer in my review video, which is coming out tomorrow. That if people have opinions, whether they agree or disagree with you, learn to basically respect where they're coming from, and let's engage in a healthy conversation.
Agreed. Yeah, we all agree. I said it before. I'm gonna say this one more time. You could have the opinion of loving something that people don't like or hating something that people do like, but at the end of the day, if you still love the franchise that the product is from, then keep loving it. Like I said it before to multiple times. Heck, me and Trey been through a lot over the years, but that never made us hate each other or not being friends. Otherwise, we wouldn't even be here right now. PokeChat Live probably wouldn't even be the same.
Exactly.
And believe me, we had moments like that. But at the end of the day, me and Trey are still friends. Go ahead, Trey.
All right. To add on to some things that Crasher pointed out, there were this whole hype up of Grookey's trainer. I saw the potential. My whole theory, I had a few theories, like what Kiro mentioned, Gary, Leon, things like that. But then there was also the whole theory of, all right, What if they're pulling a kind of lit story where Grookey's trainer might have passed away and Grookey doesn't realize this? That was the big hope. I know it's kind of stretching, but seeing that they did stories like that in Sun and Moon, I thought they might have been trying to pull.
If they didn't kill off Tokyo, I didn't see them killing off the monkey's trainer.
Yeah, which I was expect. I guess
No, but they would not kill. They would not kill a child. Like,
yeah.
kill.
Yeah.
They would not kill off a child.
We won't do that, even though we have moments where kids almost died. Has literally died so many times. It's not even funny. Well, it is still funny, actually. Never mind. Continue, Trey. I hate eating hot
point
Cheetos
being,
mad.
the whole Team Rocket thing. I feel like the concept actually doesn't sound that bad at first if they executed it better. Or for one, Team Rocket in this series don't even have their own Pokemon. They're literally just relying on the Rocket Lottery. When they call out the Rocket Lottery, Grookey was the Pokemon that they were catching up, calling out on it, which Grookey was on Ash's side. So technically they had no Pokemon. Meowth and Wobbuffet, yes. But as we see in Journeys, they don't do anything anymore. Like, they don't fight. So the whole fight sequence is like, Team Rockets are no threat right now. It's like, yeah, just his Grookey's original Pokeball, but we see how easily that he just broke. And it's like, Team Rocket weren't no threat. Farfetch coming out was amazing. I do love that it wasn't Lucario. But honestly, if they wanted to do something like this, actually reference back to Black and White. And it's a shocker. Me referencing to a series I don't like.
we'll get to that when we get to that, by the way.
Yeah, Goggles has some things to say about Sun and Moon as well. But Black and White told the story. Okay, we know the whole Team Rocket plasma arc got canceled. But then they went and told the Subway arc, where Meowth traveled with Ash and the gang, and then it was revealed at the end that Meowth was actually still evil. Now, if they were to do something like that here, where we get Grookey kind of travels with Ash and Go for a while, I was literally thinking, okay, maybe this whole driving arc through Galar that we see in the opening, maybe looking for Grookey's trainer. But honestly, at this point, I don't even think it's going to happen. I think that's just an opening scene. But I was thinking maybe they were going to be traveling around looking for Ash, like, kind of looking but not looking, where it's like, obviously they're going to continue their journey, but if they get any signs of finding Grookey,
So like a Larvitar situation, like have to take Larvitar to Mount Silver, but like take your time. There is no urgency.
Yeah,
to
there's no
Larvitar
rush.
to Mount Silver.
This way we could have got Grookey and Go's bond to get stronger, because I did not feel that sadness that Go and Grookey were feeling, because Go was like, oh, my arm feels so empty now, and it's like, Go, this is one day that you had this thing on your arm. Like,
honestly, Trey, in regards to the whole Grookey being Team Rocket, if they were like, again, Gary, Leon, Hop, Rinto, Tokyo, they had tons of characters that could have been Grookey's trainer, and they went with Team Rocket. Here's the thing. I would have appreciated that if Grookey was, basically, as kind of like a scout mission Pokemon. Like, you go supervise the kids in our behalf, you act all energetic and upbeat, but in reality you are a spy to us, a bitchy ass motherfucker, because Grookey knows dark moves, and it's a Team Rocket Pokemon. Like, it could be, basically the evil Togepi from Diamond and Pearl, act all cutesy, but it's mischievous as hell, man. But
yeah,
nah.
that would have been interesting too. But my whole thing was, I was thinking, as these episodes go on with Grookey being with Ash and Go, then they reveal it's Team Rocket's Pokemon. Then that kind of, for one, have Team Rocket actually use other Pokemon to fight. Then we have a real, like, kind of struggle, because it's like, we've been looking for his trainer for so long. I don't know. I just feel like if this was an arc, or like at least over a couple of episodes that we got to see Go and Grookey develop a bond, then they dropped the big Team Rocket reveal, then I feel like that could have been better. Even though I wouldn't have wanted that route, the Team Rocket route, I still don't like it. But that would have been better than just in one episode it's revealed to be Team Rocket. It's like, it's just also rushed at the end that it's like, we know Team Rocket is going to keep this Pokemon. Maybe if they did like a cliffhanger too, like where Team Rocket take it back, and then like, that the episode ends and it's like, like, and the next episode continues, kind of starts off, but then we get like hints, or it's just so many things that they could have did better with this Team Rocket plot if they had to do that. But I would have went with the whole, his trainer passed away, or it having another trainer. Like, the Leon thing. It could have been all right. This is Leon's Pokemon, but like I said before, Go and Grookey had such a good bond over the course of the time that Leon's like, all right, you keep Grookey. Anything they could have did anything.
Yeah,
Honestly.
because in the games, Leon actually gives you the starter. So Go
Yeah.
Go would have a wild area starter, a static encounter starter, and a gift starter. Actually, I would have preferred like in the whole road trip, like if that actually happens, basically have Leon basically say to Go, your bond with Grookey reminds me of my little brother with his starter Pokemon, and that's Hop and Wooloo or something, like just that one. Again, this episode very mid.
Yeah, man. Honestly, my rating for this episode was a 4.5 out of 10. I know that's kind of low. It's lower than the freaking rating I gave for last week's, which at least I enjoyed for Chudo. But still, man, it's like, whew.
Okay,
But,
now it's time for Infamous.
Go ahead,
the
Infamous.
Grookey stand, my man.
The Grookey
The
stand.
you
man
gotta
who
say.
loves the monkey. Go ahead.
Hey, they call me the monkey master, okay? Yeah, when this episode, I didn't want to say I had high hopes. I had hopes in general this episode was going to be good. And, it started off, it wasn't bad. I know there was a lot of controversy over the Rillaboom stuff, but going past that, I was like, cool. And at this point, I had actually did really well and stayed away from the spoilers on Twitter. So, that was like the one time I actually could. So I'm looking through and I'm like, all right, this is a decent episode. And then we see Grookey. I'm like, first of all, Grookey's personality, 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
One of the best personality Pokemon that Go has. Like, I love that it's playful. It's fun. It's everything that I wanted for Ash to have. But Go got it instead. and jumping on the capture, I'm not upset or mad or PO that Go got it. Because, for the longest time, and me and Crash even had the same conversation that he was talking about earlier where, the theory of Go getting all 3 starters. I made a video myself talking about Go getting all 3 of the starters that kind of mimic Ash's same journey, that he had with all 3 of the Kanto starters. And I feel like it exactly hit that same way. I still feel like Grookey could have went to someone else, but I think the episode, how it played out was awful. You used Team Rocket as the main device to connect the character to some kind of trainer, and that was garbage. Like, you could have made it a little bit more interesting with a specific Team Rocket character. You made it Giovanni for all I care. I don't really like. It didn't matter, but they just went with Team Rocket and the Gotcha Machine. And as soon as I saw the Gotcha Machine, I was like, yeah, this is trash. This episode's garbage. Like, this totally tanks the rating of what this episode could have been, because you had the opportunity to introduce a plethora of characters, whether it was Rento, whether it was Leon, or my personal favorite and one that I was hoping for is it was Hop. I feel like, for one, I haven't seen Hop yet in the anime, and he's actually a character that I like within the games. He's a good trainer. I like the progression that he had in the story for Sword and Shield, and I feel like out of all 3 starters, maybe you can argue Score Bunny, but I feel like between Score Bunny and Grookey, those are the 2 that fit Hop's personality the best. And I feel like, hey, Hop comes in, he shows off this Grookey, or they end up meeting Grookey, and he's like, actually, you have a really great bond with them, Go. Keep them. And that would have made the episode a higher rating than I would have given it. Which overall I gave it a 7 out of 10, and that was me kind of being on the nicer side of it. But hearing Trey's pretty low rating of 4 out of 10 is that's a little bit lower than I would have thought. But I would say like a 6 to 7 is really still where I'm thinking. I just feel like the using Team Rocket as the plot device of that's whose trainer it is was just a horrible move. It was a horrible move. You got such a great Pokemon with a great personality and has a cadence to carry like a team. Like a whole, like it's perfect. Like, I have no issue with Grookey. It's just more of how they integrated Team Rocket into the crappy episode of, yeah, we're gonna capture it. And then I didn't really love it, and maybe something we can discuss in here too, of how he just broke the Pokeball and that freeze it. It just doesn't make much sense to me, because I think there was something in the past as well where Snorlax broke his Pokeball too, if I'm correct. And I'm so unsure about that. But overall, the episode wasn't horrible, like a 0 out of 10, but it could have been done way better and introduced so much more character, and maybe even jumped into like a side little plot for Ash in the World Championship. Like, hey, it's Hops, and then maybe Hop, Go, and Ash are all rivals or something in that situation. That'd be cool. But I feel like there's just so much missed opportunity when it comes to Grookey it's pretty much done. Now I'm a little upset of what they're gonna do with it from here because I'm just hoping Grookey gets used because I do not want to see him sitting in the lab. He is too good. He is too precious. Too much personality for him to sit in any lab, like at all. So I'm hoping he is more like on hand Pokemon. Like I want to see him honestly used more than like Sobble. I want to see him a lot.
I'll just say this much: if Go ends up just have like treating Grookey as like one of those like just not treating him like an actual starter Pokemon and instead just like takes him in the lab, I am going to be pissed. I'm going to be super duper pissed if he gets that treatment.
Also,
It kind of scared me. Oh, go ahead. Wait, no,
I do like the fact that one of the things that I was predicting happened, because it's the buddy Pokemon system from Pokemon Go. Like when you have, high friendship with your Pokemon, he can basically redirect the trajectory of a Pokeball, like Reboot did that with Butterfree and with Vibrava now kicking the Pokeball. And Grookey did that, with the wooden stick. Like I wanted for Grookey as a Grookey or as a Twaki to use the wooden stick, to baseball Pokeballs, to later on help Go. He did that against Jesse.
Real quick, Oro. The Abridge is gonna have a fun time with that. Hint, hint.
So yeah, the baseball stuff. Yeah. So here's the thing. In regards to this Grookey, I don't. Here's the thing. Because in regards to evolution, and I know that Go only caught him now, but if Go is to evolve the other two, it should be either just Grookey or both. Because I don't want for him to have Drizzile and Grookey. No, have Drizzile and Twaki, or have Twaki and Sobble. So, because he cannot have the 3 starters at final form because it discredits Cinderace. And if he has Twaki, well, he basically has a team from the trainer in Super Smash, where Twaki would be the Ivysaur in some capacity. I love the fact that Grookey clings on his arm while Sobble clings on his leg. That's just adorable. I want to see a fan art where Go and Cinderace are side by side, fist bumping each other, and Grookey is on Go's shoulder and Sobble is on Cinderace's shoulder. Because
I just want to say, let Cinderace ride his back.
Oh God.
Go ahead, buddy. Go ahead. I just want to say
no, but yeah, man, this episode. I don't know if I can start my own thoughts or not. Sorry for interrupting. Okay, but if I may, in regards to this episode, this episode is the definition of what Journeys is. Mid. This episode is very mid because every time when I watched the episode, I ranked it a 4. When I watched the subs, I ranked it 4.5. But then I started to think about the things that this episode delivers. But every time this episode delivers something promising and interesting, something bad happens. And I cannot rank this episode higher than a 5 out of 10. It's right in the middle. For you to have an idea, the other 5 out of 10 episodes that I ranked are episodes that the premise is interesting, but the execution diminishes the episode. That's the Raid episode, because Golurk has no point to be in the Relic Castle. He should be in the Dragon Spiral Tower. If you want to go to the Relic Castle, make Volcarona be there, for God's sakes. The Scorbunny evolution, the execution is bullshit.
Hold on. Okay, you keep going. You leave the Raboot episode, boy. I respectfully.
This episode, in my opinion, Goggles, giving Grookey to Go, it's the same thing as evolving Scorbunny to Reboot. It's not a matter of being too early, it's a matter of being too forced. It was shoehorned into the narrative. Grookey, a Galar starter, being on Go's harm because it's a gotcha rocket poke. Shut the fuck up, man. Nah, sorry.
Edge boy, though.
No,
we got
and not to mention, also, you know what this reminds me of? Grookey already as a trainer. You know what other episode I ranked a 5 out of 10? The Zapdos episode, because it's an episode with potential, and they say Ash and Go are going to join someone in a raid battle, and I'm like, Surgeon Viscous? No, it's Team fucking Rocket. Team Rocket is like, and unlike other series like in AG or even DP where they are in every episode, yes, they are an annoyance, but at least they pull off a fight because they have a team, they have a roster. Heck, in this episode, when Ash and Go to sleep, Ash is like, are you worried about Grookey? Don't worry, I'm sure he's fine. So Ash, in universe, realizes that Jesse James and Meowth are pricks, but at least they care for their Pokemon, which would have been great if they had their own Pokemon to fucking care about. Okay, continuing on. The dream sequence. The dream sequence, I just have this one thing to say.
Preach.
They only had the dream sequence to show Twaki and Rillaboom earlier because they don't know who will they want to show every Pokemon. They want to show every Pokemon. That's why they shoehorn Twaki and Rillaboom into the dream sequence and the aftermath of that. That shitty ass racist bullshit has no right to be in the episode. They can skip the dub. They can skip that in the dub, of course, gladly, but it contributes nothing. In fact, it contributes negatively, even less than nothing, to the overall narrative, because we don't see Ghost parents. I love the fact that it's a prank, it's a dream, maybe it's Gengar. Okay, we see this.
Hold on, Coro. Hold on, Trace asked something.
I forgot. That's another theory I had. Dream sequence. I'm like, okay, maybe the whole plot is this: Ghost parents was actually planning on giving him Grookey, and like they left the Pokeball at the lab, but forgot to tell Cerise or something, and that's why like I feel like they were gonna end up going to Ghost's house, and that's when it's like, oh, surprise, this is your gift, but.
Yeah. Replying to ADNB, they used Grookey's dub sound instead of saying, because Grookey's Japanese name is Sarunori, because Saru, monkey, Nori comes from Mori, that means forest, so it's a forest monkey. They are making him say Rookie because he's from Team Rocket, so Rocketodan. So because he's from Team Rocket, he says the Rookie because of Rocket. He says and also because they cannot make Grookey say Saru because it's basically just him saying monkey all over and over again. So it would not always having the Grookey say the species that he is. It's a little bit uncalled for. But yeah, this episode, I love the usage of Yamper because my boy Yamper is being shafted for Eevee. Yamper, my boy, you did it. Great job. Sadly, you are not being used by Koharu. Koharu joined the girl gang of being electrocuted by Pokemon, so there's that. The researchers were there. I love the Dodrio ride and the Grookey, battling with Marowak and etc. And even Go states, this Grookey, it's like Ash. Because Go really says Grookey's like Ash. He shuts down every time he's hungry. Oh, he eats like a champ. Yeah, I cannot, I need always my meals on the run. I was talking about Grookey, not about you, Ash. So in universe,
we don't know that.
Realize that. So in universe, not only there's the whole thing about Grookey, and there's the whole thing about Team Rocket. I do appreciate that the place that they go, it's a place that we never saw in the actual Pokemon anime, at least not into that capacity, because when Ash was, for the Squirtle squad, he went to a shop. When Brock was, in DP getting healing and food and whatever, they went to a shop. But that was, just the generic 7-Eleven of the Pokemon world. Here, we actually see for the first time in a Pokemon anime an actual Pokemart. So we now know where Go gets his stash, okay? Now we know where Go buys his shit.
Wait,
Like,
I
I
thought
like
you
the thing.
by.
I like the more Peko box and the Grookey, just like playing with the ruler. But that's the thing, like, and breaking the Pokeball, Go stepping into the defend Grookey, because of Jesse. But that's come on, saving the day with Night Slash. Yes, yes, yes. But that's the thing, like, every time I find something great about the episode, I found something awful to criticize it. So it balances out to an even point that I cannot rate it higher than a 5 out of 10. It's very mid. Like, Grookey, that's the thing, like, Grookey just being here carried the show. And if not for the Eevee segment, this episode could have been anywhere between 29 and 48, because we don't see Cinderace. That's a criticism that I have. We see Sobble just hiding somewhere. Like, we see Sobble hiding somewhere, like in the Kikune episode. This episode could have been episode 50, considering the Eevee presence, because, well, it could be the episode right after the Dracovish. So this is why I always say Journeys is a very disjointed series, because it's like you're making a puzzle with several pieces and you are trying to get the pieces to fit together, and you're like, yeah, that shit fits, but does it belong though? This is the feeling that I'm having with Journeys, because you could put this episode after the Eevee episode, so basically putting it 9 episodes prior, and nothing changes. If Eevee wasn't in this episode, this could have been right after the capture of Sobble. So it's 30 episodes. Like, sometimes a Pokemon's presence, I mean, Boulder was there, like, but so it would be after Dracovish, now that I think about it.
Wait,
but
no, don't forget, Boulder appeared in
Oh yeah, in the Magikarp episode. So yeah, it's Ash's Boulder, of course.
Yeah,
but,
Ash's Boulder.
but you see what I'm getting? Like, they make Pokemon appear so that people don't say that there is no progression or continuity because Pokemon appear. Like, man, Ghost, like, people are saying that, oh, Ash's Pokemon don't get treatment. Ghost Pokemon are just stickers in a fridge. They are basically, things to put on a calendar, like, oh, we got it this day, so of course this episode after this, because it happened this and that. I'm like, shut the f***, man. Like, what the fuck is on about you, Journeys? I waited. Everyone waited 15 months to get the goddamn monkey. Every Pokemon. Bulbasaur was in episode 10. Chikorita, 5 of Johto. Trico was at 9 of Hoenn. Turtwig, 5 of Sinnoh. Snivy, 7 of Unova. Chespin, 10 of Kalos. But he showcased in episode 5 because Serena was speaking Fennekin. No, 4, episode 4. Episode 4 of Alola, we get Rowlet. We always see the starters. We always see the starters before episode 10 of every series. This is episode 50 fucking 9. The dream sequence could have been Go dreaming about Sobble, dreaming about Cinderace when he was a Scorbunny, and then he dreams about Grookey, and the whole dream sequence could have been, Go basically, why am I dreaming about a Grookey? And you could have all of the 3 starters hanging around together, even if only in a hypothetical. Like, what the fuck is wrong with this show? Like, yesterday I was talking to our friends Polly and Raph, and I basically crafted a better episode premise in 10 minutes or less. They have 6 months to do an episode. 2 of writing, 2 of animating, and 2 of dubbing. How can I, a single person that it's not paid for, do a better episode premise than an entire staff of 40 and 50-year-olds can, and they have 2 months to do that shit? And now I have to worry because Go's and Ash's Pokemon, they are not treated rightly. everyone returns to get treated poorly, like how happened with Corina. I'm worried about Iris and Gary because Iris never got the chance to shine in her own show. Gary was never a rival that he was meant to be in his own show. Journeys is a show that it's giving me anxiety 24/7 because I always have to worry about people getting Pokemon, about people returning, and man, I'm worried about Grookey now. Yeah, he's going to appear in the next episode to see Surfetch against Gallade. Will he learn something about it? Because the premise of, the wooden stick, battling with the tool is there. Will that shit happen? Of course not, because they don't know. Pokemon is always a merge first and the story second. It was always that. But let's be realistic. After the ending of DP, everything went downhill. Iwane, the key animator, wanted to animate the Adventures manga. But no, we have to do Best Wishes with Ash. You know what? Go would have been a great character for Best Wishes, because everything that Go stands for, it's the complete opposite of Team Plasma. Think about it for a second. But yeah. And now we have to think about, Go caught a Mankey. Where is that Mankey going to be? We don't know. And now we have to wait for Darmanitan to do something for Grookey to develop, because Darmanitan is the plot-inducing Pokemon. Like, he scares Sobble. Like, he scared Sobble. He basically bullied Scorbunny. So we now have to wait for a guerrilla warfare with Darmanitan and Grookey for Grookey. Like, so Sobble, 28, 54, so 59, 26. So we have to wait until episode 85 for Grookey to do something. So we have to wait until the fucking fall. And we have to wait until episode 70-ish to the return of Iris or Gary for Dracovish. Yeah, because it's a Dragon Fossil. So, yeah. You see the thing, like, this episode, it's the definition of journeys. It makes me worry before the episode even fucking starts, because we have to wait 15 months in the middle of a worldwide pandemic to see a monkey, and the monkey is shoehorned into the narrative. I saw everyone's reactions. The episode ends. Pokemon Shiritori plays in the background, and everyone's like, "Is it done? Is this it?"
Oh, me and Goggles were going off.
It ended. Wait, what? Is this just what? This show? God damn! Again, sorry for the 10-minute rant, but what the hell is wrong with you? Oh my fucking god!
Fucking go off, man. Go off.
Go for it.
Well,
Crasher Infamous, sorry, but sorry for the rage rant, but goddamn, Grookey deserves better.
Go off. Go for it.
I just want to say this: while everyone was silent, me and Goggles was just ranting through the whole ending and preview. I didn't even It's sad. I love Farfetch, and I was excited to see the preview, but I didn't even focus on that preview. I was just so upset with this Grookey episode. Also, here's the image.
Wait, what are you sending? We have.
Oh, come on.
Yeah. But yeah, there are things in the episode that I do actually enjoy, like the usage of seeing Yamper. We see Yamper. We see. Actually, I like the fact that Grookey clings into the right arm of Go, because it's the arm that Go doesn't use to capture Pokeball. So Grookey clings to the arm that Go doesn't use, so that it doesn't wear off Go's arm. So Grookey a priori knows which arm he should cling to. The one that analyzes Grookey's dex entry is Ash, and it's the Shield dex entry. So that's one thing that people need. Even though Ash and Go use the Rotom phones, you don't need to see whose Rotom phone is. You just need to realize if the dex entry it's Sword or Shield, because they had to use the Shield to not only foreshadow the fact that Go was going to capture Grookey, but also to not spoil the Sword dex entry. That's the beating of the wooden stick to rejuvenate flowers. Yeah. I actually love that little segment. Grookey beating everyone with a fucking wooden stick. That was fucking amazing. I know that
Yeah.
KG must have had a fun time with that one. But yeah, like he's very energetic. But then when I think about Vermilion Monkeys, Ambipom is still in the ping pong stuff, and I know that Red Rose
Remind
has
me of
his own
that.
conundrums with that. So yeah, like again, um, man, and now we have to think about man. Will Team Rocket have to talk about Giovanni the fact that they lost the Galarian starter? Of course not. Of course. Do will they address the fact how they caught Grookey or where they caught Grookey or who caught Grookey? Was it a random grunt? Was it Matori? Was it Butch and Cassidy? Do we know? No. Do we care? Yes. Are we going to be told? Of course not,
Nope.
because they don't care about it. Man.
Do you need like a drink or something
Are
there,
you
Turbo
good,
Blitz?
buddy? Do you need some
I'm
coffee?
going to grab some water. BRB. Now you guys have the time to shop.
All right, all right. Before I go, does anyone else have anything to say about the episode?
I'm good, man. I think
No, I'm
Turbo kind
good.
of aired out a lot of like my own grievances about this, so I'm fucking good. I'm
I
good.
love the scene. I can say I love the scene of Grookey riding on Dodrio. That's all I can say.
All right.
That was funny. That
All
was
right,
cute.
before I rip
But
the
go ahead.
living crap out of this episode, I'm gonna give the positives first. I like the fact that Farfetch came out. That's it. That's it. That's all the and Grookey. Grookey itself is a Pokemon I like. Now I'm gonna tackle a question that I'm sure many people are wondering right now. How do I feel about Go getting the monkey? I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie here. I want Ash to get the Grookey. And the only reason why I want Ash to get the Grookey is because literally what Go said in the episode. He acts a lot like Ash. Grookey could have been a good Pokemon for Ash. Now, I guess I should answer the question. Am I fine with Go getting the monkey? Yes and no. Yes, because I like the idea that he himself is starting to come. I like the idea that like he's starting to trend that like Ash started long ago, where he gets all three starters, and I do like the idea of it. Here's the issue though. It's journeys we're talking about. All right, now then, I'm gonna say this one more time, folks. Please forgive the language I'm about to use. Please forgive the language I'm about to use. I'm not as mad as I was last night. Trey can vouch for me. But I'm still very peeved off.
Oh boy, last night.
Also, goggles. Sorry for swearing, but man,
Buddy,
Are you
buddy,
more upset than Turbo Blitz here?
buddy,
I return. Yeah.
buddy, listen, I said already before, we're gonna start using foul language, so it's fine. Don't worry. I know full well I'm
Also, I just realized something. I just realized something in regards to the gotcha. They could have had the amazing opportunity for this episode to show a semi-sage because, well, Silent will not evolve his band sage, so just show the other grass monkey, you know.
now.
Uh,
Alright.
anyways,
I know full this live stream is gonna get monetized or demonetized. Oh boy. Alright. I need a minute. Okay. Here's what I gotta say about this episode. Oh my
Take your
fucking
time.
god. You spend
Here we go.
15 months. Koro, how many months was it when Journey's begun? 15, right?
Journey's begun 16 months ago. I'm saying
That's
15
even
because you know
worse.
the open. I'm saying 15 to round around, you know.
Basically, you get what I'm
yeah.
trying to say. Journeys has been on for a long time, and normally in traditional Pokemon
Oh yeah, I
standard-
said I said 15 because of the breaks, so it's 14 and a half, so I rounded up to 15.
Okay,
Yeah.
but you get what I'm trying to say. Okay, we spent this long period of time not seeing this monkey. This little green monkey right here that's riding the Dondreo. Don't take that out of context, folks. I know full well someone's going to take that out of context. Trey. Anyways.
That scene is hilarious, though. That scene's hilarious.
Okay. By episode 6 or 7, go get Skull Bunny. Cool. I love Skull Bunny, as we all know. Skull Bunny. The Skull Bunny line is my favorite Pokemon now, as of now. Then we spent another. When was it when he got the Sobble? Dirty? I want to say it was Dirties.
He appeared in 27, but he was caught in the 28.
Okay, but I was somewhat close. I got confused because of hiatus. Okay, it's not until we get to 2021 where we see magazine scans where they keep saying Grookey has a trainer. That instantly caught everyone's attention because everyone was coming in with theories. Trey, what was your theory again?
I came up with a couple, being Gary, trainer passed away, or the parents.
Cora, what was your prediction?
Tokyo, Rinto, or Leon to give to Hop, but it would have been Ghost.
Alright, Crasher, Infamous, do any of you guys have any theories about the Grookey trainer?
I was hoping Hop. That was my rumor, or my theory was Hop.
Alright, Crasher.
For me, I was hoping that this would have been a creamy and crisp way to introduce Hop, being a brand new, fresh face to the goddamn anime. Either that, or have Terry motherfucking Oak, returning OG, be the trainer of Grookey, or in a more comedic twist, have it be Champion Leon's because they both suck ass at directions. No, they hyped up. You know what? Now I'm starting to get red eyes angry. You can see it in my eyes. Well, not physically, but you could probably hear it. I am. Whoo. Okay, so Curl Blitz, had his rage rant, which was absolutely epic, I will add. Like, that was some of the most entertaining shit I've heard in a long time. So thank you for that. I had my rage rant earlier, somewhat, about this episode, but now I am pissed off again because of the way that it was marketed.
Exactly.
One of the biggest crooks. One of the biggest fucking crooks when it came to the advertisement of Grookey is that Grookey has a trainer. They were building it up like a WrestleMania pay-per-view goddamn main event. And you mean to tell me, after all of the hoopla, all of this stuff people were saying, it was goddamn motherfucking Team Rocket that had Grookey this whole time? Seriously. I have no words. I have no more words when it comes to that. It's just, it's bogus.
I will show my words. Don't worry, Crasher. I gotcha. I got all of us. Yeah, that's the issue. Oh my goodness, hang on.
It really says a lot when Pokemon is a commercial first and story second, and damn, Journeys doesn't even know how to do a commercial right.
No, they don't. Their market. I don't want to say their whole marketing is shit, but their handling about promoting Grookey and the trainer of Grookey is fucking shit. It is shit.
Yeah.
Not a shadow of doubt. That's just my opinion.
This goddamn episode, like, what the hell, man? And now it's the whole thing. Like, for example, it's going to be like Sobble, because Sobble was always hanging around, but when did he get something? 26 episodes later. So
All right,
yeah,
I'm back.
we
Sorry
are
about
going
that.
to have Grookey. Here's the thing. I don't care about the fact that we get a new director, but if this new director, Jun Huada, if he doesn't change things, man, I don't want to, see Grookey clinging into Go's arm until episode 85 for him to finally learn, knockoff or some shit like that.
All right, I'm back, folks. Sorry about that. I had to step out
I'm
real
angry with
quick.
King Kong right now. I'm just gonna say that much. I am fucking King Kong angry right now.
But
Serious. I'll face a trio of T-Rexes and break their jaws.
oh dear. But all right, I'm back. Sorry about that, everybody. Am I good to continue on with my review, quote unquote? I'm waiting for a yes or no because I don't want to be rude.
Yeah, I think you're good.
You're good.
Okay.
Good.
Back to what I was saying though. So you spend an entire year and a half debating a year, more or less, not showing the monkey, and then the beginning of 2021, you decide to make a big deal about the monkey. You make this big speculation, making us think, oh, it's gonna be important, like Leon, Hob, Hal, a dead trainer, Grookey's family, personally Ash, or freaking, I don't know, freaking Lana could have came back with a Grookey, I don't know, fucking. Granted, that last one's kind of far-fetched. Speaking of which, let's give credit to Farfetch. He finally showed up in an episode that wasn't his own episode. Because let's be honest, Trey, you and I can vouch. The minute we saw that Pokemon, we thought the Lucario was coming out. We thought that freaking Jackal was coming out. Okay, I was waiting for him to answer. Okay, never mind then. I don't know he's on mute though. Is he on mute?
Wait, what'd you say?
The minute we
Hello?
saw the freaking Pokeball, we thought the Lucario was coming out.
Oh yeah, bro. It's sad how happy we got to see Farfetch.
Why are we acting like that? Why are we acting like that? This isn't about Lucario, this is about Grookey. So why in the living hell, in the right mind, will you decide to say, oh, it's fucking Team Rocket, like it's a fucking joke? No, that isn't funny at all. I couldn't give shit. Now, I'm going to say this right now.
Well, there's one more thing on goggles. There's one more thing I want to add before you go on your rant, bro.
Go.
And you're gonna mention this. Gengar. I already know you're gonna
Fucking
mention
Gengar. Okay.
Gengar. Go ahead.
Why are we treating Gengar like comic relief foil? This was a Pokemon that people want to actually get, same for Dragonite and Lucario, and you mean to tell me, it's resorted to just comic relief? Get the fuck out of here with that shit. I may not like Sun and Moon, but at least I will acknowledge that Sun and Moon did some good things with the Pokemon. Yeah, some that were comedic like Rowlet, but they at least, when time came, they got episodes. It was late, and yeah, it was kind of late, but I will acknowledge they at least tried. That's something this episode failed to fucking do. They had a great idea, a great concept to bring a new rival, a potential threat to Ash's team, a potential threat to Go's team, or something like that, like a new rival on Comeback Trainer. Hell, you could even have said Bia decided to train a different Pokemon and brought her back. No, all you decide to do is just say, hey, let's do a fucking Team Rocket knockoff type bullshit. Who in the right mind of staff thought of that? Who? And I mean who? Because seriously, to me, it felt to me that the lower ranks, this is my mindset. The lower directors were thinking better ideas than the upper heads. But the upper heads thought they would be funny because they're trying to make a freaking whatever you call it, like a. God, I'm so mad right now. I can't even focus. Like a fake out. It's a fake out. It's literally like it's a fucking fake out, and it's not even done right. I'm not even mad at the fact that Team Rocket is my main issue with this damn episode. Because, first off, where did you get the damn monkey? Where? I know where, but how? And no, I don't mean Sun and Moon how. I mean actual how. Actual how. Where and when did you get the fucking monkey? You stupid sons of bitches.
Oh,
This
shit.
entire episode, the minute I saw it came out of the Gundam machine, that's when I dropped the damn episode. I didn't even give a damn about Farfetch. I didn't give a damn
That's
about the
the truth.
preview. I didn't give a damn about anything. I wanted to stop watching the episode the minute it happened. Folks,
That
you
is
all know
so
me.
true.
I've
That
been a
is
Journey
so
stan
true.
for some degree now. I can acknowledge journeys have screwed up in some occasions, but I can still find myself enjoying the episode. This I can enjoy. I hate this episode. And you want to know how much I hate it? I hate it more than the Monster episode, because at least the Monster episode did nothing to offend me. The Monster episode was just a bad filler, and that's what it is. Bad filler. This is bad to the plot, bad to the story. Why are you wasting your time with this? I'm gonna go back to Sun and Moon because Trey, you can acknowledge me right here, right now. Last time when we watched the episode, I was complimenting Sun and Moon on the story, on the writing, and what they did. Yeah, they didn't do it right in my opinion, but you wanna know what they did?
Yes.
They at least tried. That's what this episode didn't fail to do. They didn't try. It felt to me they had an idea, but they went back at it because, oh, we wanted to make a funny cop out. This wasn't funny at all. I hate this episode. I'm losing breath because, goddamn, I have to breathe. This is a bad episode. It's not even funny bad.
I'll
It's
just add on to your Gengar point. Hey, breathe.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Get your breath out. I just want to add on to. So the whole reason we were so mad at that Gengar scene last night is because I actually pointed this out. I hate, I love that they're finally showing Gengar off more, but I hate how it's just resorted to always the same joke. Oh, something's going wrong. Oh, it's probably Gengar. Gengar pops up and like, attacks him or whatever. It's like, it's not me. And it's like, oh, it's not Gengar. And then that's it. Like, Gengar, when it first got introduced, was such a good concept. He was abandoned for 3 years. That's the longest that any Pokemon has been abandoned. Like, at least that we know in terms of Ash captures. Like,
Yeah.
Charmander was gone, like, abandoned for a while, but it wasn't that long because it would have died. Chimchar just got released right when, Ash had got it. Let's see, Tepig was there for like maybe a week, they said? A week or two? I'm not
while.
sure, but still,
It was a
3
while.
years. Not as long as I know it wasn't years though, because Tepig was skinny, but if it was years, Tepig
it wasn't 3 years. Like like in regards to abandoned Pokemon, the most likely in the entire anime, but then again, it's not abandoned because it's the Ninetales who waited 200 years for her trainer.
Well, no, the trainer
that
never
looked like-
abandoned it. It just died.
Yeah, but the trainer never abandoned. Like it's basically like the tale of Hachiko, the dog that waits on the train station for the trainer.
Yeah,
For the
but
trainer, for the owner that went to
I
war,
wouldn't be
but never
surprised-
returned because it died.
I wouldn't be surprised that Pokemon.
Like, but they use they use the lifespan of Ninetales to the dog, like, instead of dying while waiting. No, Ninetales waited and waited because Ninetales lived for millennia. That one waited 200 years. Like, honestly, Gengar, because Gengar is a ghost, we don't know how much ghosts live. Imagine that Gengar was, abandoned by the owner of that building when the building was first built, like God knows how when, and maybe Gengar's trainer died, or Gengar stuck in the house because of grief, because if you think about it, what does Gengar gain for being Ash's Pokemon that Morpeko does for not being Team Rockets?
nothing.
In fact, Morpeko and Shootle are not even Team Rocket's Pokemon, and they gain more from not being Team Rocket's Pokemon. Gengar could have been just, the Beware of the Sakuragi Institute.
Yeah, at this point, they're not going to use him as Ash's Pokemon. Like, I love how they mention, oh, Gengar's mad, Ash hasn't been bringing him. But then in this episode, it's back to
It's back to we gotta blame the ghost because apparently that's all he's meant to be, just for haha giggles. Get the fuck out of here with that.
Yeah.
You know what pains me more? This would have hurt a lot more if this Gengar was the hunter that it was once Sabrina's. Like,
Oh my
returning
God, it
after 2 decades to be treated like this.
Welcome to the
would,
Grookey episode where we're talking about Gengar.
Hey, but that's a
They
big
both-
issue. That's crazy. Like, it's this one episode just had so many issues.
It has more issues than we can deal with. That's the problem. Like,
like
remember what I just said earlier in my rant? Why are we getting excited that Barnfish is being used? Why are we excited to see Gengar after weeks and just to be comic relief foil? Continue, Trey. Then I'll continue.
It's so much. Like, that's right. Farfetch game. Like, it's just so much. Like, literally, if Dracovish appeared in this episode, we would be talking about that probably for a good 30 minutes as well. Because that's sad that it has to be like that. Like
you know what? This is the problem with Journeys. It's the failing of a promise. Because in regards to some episodes, they have the summaries 1 month in advance, in magazines for people to read, to be hyped about the episode, and the titles are clickbaity as shit, like who's the trainer, Kalos League victory, Ash's ultimate match. Am I right? Bullshit. Nothing against Halan, though. Nothing against Halan, but they do this shit for clickbait. And they started this from BW to X and Y because people got in social media. People wanted to be more informed. You don't have to wait 3 weeks to 3 months for a subbed episode. And now people's expectations and demands are too high, and they have to, oblige to those demands and expectations of the fandom. And they promise too much, but they deliver nothing. Look at the previous episode. It's a 2-in-1 filler.
I am watching that episode in this.
Or we weren't promised anything at all. But you know what? Because we were not promised nothing, our expectations were low or not existent. We watched the episode, we had a good giggle, and carry on. This episode promises the world, but it delivers, just a tiny remnant of a I don't know, but you get it. Like, at this point, I would have preferred when I was back, in the AGDP era. Like, there was no Twitter. Like, just go on Cerebi forums and Bulbapedia, and people's expectations are not high or low. They are just non-existent because episode summaries weren't a thing. You just had the title and you had to wait, and you basically didn't expect anything because I'm here to enjoy the ride. And Journeys is a roller coaster. It has highs and lows, and we cannot exit until the end now. It feels like we are watching a show, because this is a show after Ash becoming a regional champion, and now he's participating in the World Championships. I'm watching Journeys, and I feel that everyone here and many people in the fandom, they are watching Journeys as an obligation and not for enjoyment. Like, I'm watching something because I'm obliged to watch that. I'm not having fun. And if I'm not having fun, then why do I even fucking bother? But I criticize, I rant because I'm invested. And everyone here is. And everyone's saying, oh, because with this show, they made one thing clear. Ash is the main character. But no, Ash is the protagonist because he's the one that drives the story forward. But the main character, the one that has focus, is Go. Go is the main character. That's why he has the starters. Ash, they want to, do the send-off, maybe make his final journey be this last series, and therefore Team Rocket as well. And here's the thing, do you really want for Ash and Team Rocket to leave the show like this? Nah. It's disrespectful.
Coral,
it's disrespectful.
Coral, we've been doing this one before.
Yeah, we've been through. Okay, you know what? Fuck Grookey, fuck Gengar. You want to talk about the G-letter Pokemon? Let's talk about Gallade. Let's talk about Gallade. Let's talk about goddamn Gallade.
I didn't even got a chance to finish my rant.
It just
Hero.
went from 0 to 60 real freaking quick.
When are you gonna just finish my rant?
Oh, buddy. Hold on, bro. You're gonna continue in a minute.
You know what? It really says something like we see Sobble in this episode, and when all of Ghost Pokemon join in to say hi to Grookey, we see fucking Scatterbug instead of Cinderace. What the fuck?
You're right.
I don't even give a shit about that. And
I
I'm
didn't
a-
even realize.
And
I
I'm the
didn't even
Cinderace
realize
fan.
Cinderace wasn't here, bro. That's another. That's
Yo,
crazy.
we saw Boldor. I love Stantler. Don't get me wrong, but Boldor is an Ash Pokemon. We saw Scatterbug. That it will never be the Pokeball pattern Vivillon that I want it to be. We saw Ekans. That's a Team Rocket Pokemon. Like, we saw several of Ghost Pokemon. But Cinderace, the other Galarian starter, was not there to greet Grookey. Like, what the hell? What in the goddamn hell, man? Let's talk about the
I love how Cole decided to say, nah, I want to be the finisher of this preview.
Now, Goggles, continue on your rant. Sorry for fucking hell, man.
It almost felt like you wanted to steal the show.
You definitely.
No, the more we rant, the more I'll continue on to criticize this. Fucking hell. Anyways, continue on and we'll talk about the preview. I think that's, and we are already at 1 hour and a half, man. Like, come on.
All right. You need to go go grab a snack. Let me finish this up.
I'm gonna get a Snickers.
Oh my god.
Yo, I'm
We
going
all-
to, no, I know. I'm going. No, man, I'm going to be like Cash. I'm going to grab 4 Snickers and eat them all at once.
Did actually do that?
I mean, in the episode we see Ash with 4 nutrition bars. So
I didn't know Snickers were new. Anyways.
If Ash can do it.
Oh my. Yeah. All right, folks. After these fine folks took the seat, I kind of lost my train of thought. That's how sad it was.
sorry, Goggles.
No worries. I do remember that we were talking about Gengar, and then, but yeah, that just shows you why. Who in the right mind thinks this is a good idea? Like, folks, to those of you who don't know, I don't know. I know Trey knows. I don't know if like the rest of you guys know. I'm going to college to learn to become somewhat of an anime creator myself. So seeing shit like this upset because these are people, professionals, making this shit. Why, as me, as a 22-year-old, can make a better storyline? Trey can vouch for me, by the way. I'm not gonna share any. I'm not gonna share any of my projects because those are ideas I want to bring up. Those are like topics I want to like get created. But he's seen the work I've done. He acknowledges, like, obviously Trey's not the overlord of like best shows ever. I'm not saying, but he acknowledges how good these storylines are. Like Trey can vouch, right, Trey? Again,
Yeah, they're pretty good.
so yeah, he's seen the work. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, they're pretty good. Also, I ain't got much longer, but I'm gonna have to go in a few. Just real quickly, to add on to the Farfetch stuff, like for next week's episode,
Go ahead.
I am hyped. Can't wait. Gonna be evolution, and yeah, I'll catch y'all.
All right, take care, Trey. But folks, there's nothing much more I can say. This was just a bad episode. I can't recommend this to anyone. Unfortunately, you gotta watch it if you want to know where he got the Grookey. The Grookey character was bad. It's bad for a starter. It's bad for in general. This, to me personally, is the worst Pokemon episode ever. Way worse than some of the ones that I personally don't like. Way worse than that's universally disliked. This was a bad episode. Therefore, my rating is a 0 out of 10. 0 out of fucking 10. Let's move on.
Wow!
Oh,
Holy shit!
man. That episode must have really been shit.
And
I mean, I'm heavily critical of the episode, and I give it a 5 out of 10, but goddamn.
the minute I found out it was Team Rocket, that's when I dropped it. You did its build up, and it's all a big letdown. So it's a 0 out of 10. It's a 0 out of 10 mainly for that and for the wasted potential. And that's why I hate this episode had potential, but it flopped. It flopped greatly. So let's move on before we get into another.
Yeah, they fucked it up big time.
So let's move on to the thing we all want to talk about, and that's Come On. And,
Come On.
Oh boy.
I'm really excited about that.
So here's a quick question: Is the bird gonna evolve? Probably, yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Not a shadow of a doubt. I fully believe that it will be evolving.
Honestly, one thing I kind of hope they would do. One thing I hope they would do. I hope that because Farfetch's leak broke, I hope that's the reason it loses the fight. So that way we can spend more time with it as a Farfetch. And just hoping for Journey's sake, they actually do somewhat of a storyline with the broken leak. That's what I hope. Is it gonna happen? No. I pretty much gave up on
I
Journey.
just want to point out, it's confirmed. I know I said I was going, but I had some more time. But it's confirmed that Farfetch is evolving because in one of the screenshots, you see him holding the sword in the shield and in the silhouette.
Motherfucker, you mean to tell me they couldn't even come up with a good... Okay.
Damn.
Okay.
But yeah, I was gonna say that was my reasoning too. I was like, with his leak splitting in half, it just made sense with him holding, the cut part in his hand is like the sword. The part that got cut off is the shield. As soon as he holds it, maybe he has a rage. He goes berserk, like, you cut it in half, and just loses it. And then I'm also hoping for that episode he learns an actual physical fighting type move, something he can actually use. I thought he forgot Brutal Swing. Maybe I was just losing it. I thought he forgot Brutal Swing because we had gotten a whole bunch of new moves for him. It was like one episode he had 2 moves. Next episode he had 4 moves, and he gets a new move. We're like, what the heck's going on? So
Yeah, because it doesn't make sense for him to know Brutal Swing. Like, I thought he forgot Brutal Swing. Like,
Same.
because if you think about it, like, he has Brutal Swing, he has Night Slash. He will not forget Detect after learning Detect.
No.
And he's using Fury Cutter. So are you telling me that Farfetch forgot Focus Energy, the move that guarantees critical hits?
Hold on. Didn't he just learn that move?
In before Farfetch is like Leon's Charizard. He's always changing moves.
I would hate that so.
I did a video doing a reaction/review for the preview of episode 60, and I as well noticed that that at the very, 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 very end, before the preview video cut off, you notice a silhouette type of deal going on when it came to Farfetch'd, or maybe this was like Farfetch mid-evolution or Surfetch just freshly evolved. We saw that Pokemon holding both halves of its leak. And, well, the thing is with Surfetch'd, is that its weaponry comes from the product of its leak. You have the pointy sword/lance part of the leak, and then you have the kind of the bushy shield type of thing as the other half of the leak. So I was thinking that something like that would take place in that episode. Like, there was even when in the preview, it's like, in the face of adversity comes opportunity or something like that. And I'm thinking, what if that adversity into opportunity is evolution, right? That's what I was thinking.
Oh yeah, you can't see Surfetch in the silhouette. This is garbage marketing. They should just cut this out. This is garbage. Yeah,
this is worse. This is worse than Go capturing Suicune.
Bro.
Okay, no.
This is garbage. You guys could have cut this whole scene out or bloomed it or something. Yo, what the f is this?
This is worse than the Grookey episode.
Oh, garbage. I mean, I'm excited, but the marketing for the episode to like promote it, that's garbage. Why would you do such a thing?
There's only one thing. Personally, there was one thing that's gonna save the episode. If Surfetch still loses, I hope that happens.
Yes.
To show that I still need
At
time.
least draw.
At least make a tie. lose or draw, but if you win out of pure dumb luck, I'm gonna be pissed. God damn, I think
Yeah.
we're all exhausted, aren't we?
Yeah, I have to agree because I'm always a great advocate of the idea that if Ash is to lose a battle, he needs to gain something from that loss. A move, evolution, or a lesson. So yeah, Farfetch, you can evolve, but you need to lose because you don't have the same synergy with Ash
You don't have
like Rinto has with Gallade.
Yeah,
Not to mention that, I really hope that Gallade has the justified ability. Because if he gets hit by Night Slash, he'll get damage, but Farfetch will basically, power up the opponent. In regards to the move that Farfetch is going to learn, I really hope that's the Iron Defense, because that's, the move that he learns upon evolving. I think it's too early for Meteor Assault, but it's the
way too early. Way too early.
it's the one fighting type physical move. So
I wouldn't mind him learning like break or
Yeah.
something. That'd be cool.
Break
but
Break.
I also I like the ability theory because I notice more and more in Journeys they're starting to use abilities and status condition moves a lot more. So I think even if we see some kind of ability used for Farfetch, which his abilities aren't that great unless he has Scrappy, which we wouldn't know. So
yeah, if he had Scrappy, he could defeat Aegislash, Wigstrums, and Leons. Because it's a sword and a shield battling a sword and a shield. Even though his leak is a lance, not a sword. But yeah. And now that's the thing. Like, I really want, this is a world championship battle, so
Ugh.
I really want for Rinto to not hold back. When Farfetch evolves, Rinto, pull off that Mega Stone that you are most likely hiding.
Oh no! If he pulls on Mega Stone, I'm gonna be done.
You want to be a Wally? Be a Wally, bro.
The only way they're gonna save this thing, because Journeys has brought back the concept of Sun and Moon drop. They have the accessories back because of Karina's Mega Lucario. So therefore, if the freaking Gallade has a Mega Stone, have it be behind its hair piece thing. I don't know how that works, but do that for me and I'll be okay. You don't add that, and you just Mega Evolve for the sake of Mega Evolving? Fuck you, Journeys. Again. Listen, that's one little detail that I love, and I hate that it got removed last series, but Karina brought it back.
There is one thing. There is one thing that we need to consider as well. And that is the ranking. Do you think that Ash is still at 381 when he battles Rinto?
Swear to fucking God, if they say he's one battle away from making Ultra, someone's gonna get hurt.
If they need to...
yo Rinto, I'm at 101. You are 100, and so
I'd be pissed. I'd be so pissed. I think he should be a lower. I don't know, or a high-end number in that situation because we just haven't seen anything. I think the World Pokemon Championship is super overlooked right now. I think it's like every time we come back to it, Ash has went up, 300 ranks. I'm just like, what's the point?
Yeah. Again, this is like in other shows. We never had to worry about when would we see a battle because we would always have battles, matches, or training. Now we get hyped for a battle, and I'm like, why am I hyped for something that I should have been, delivered always? Like, as seeing Ash's Pokemon, like in the Darkest Day. Woo! Dragonite Gengar! And I'm like, why am I hyped about seeing,
We're not getting into this.
Ash's
We're not
Pokemon?
getting into this again, Koro. We're not getting into this.
That's the feeling that I'm having, man.
We all have that feeling. Calm down, boy. Calm down. We don't need a third rant to happen. No more rants. No more rants for the night. I sense it. I sense my coral senses were tingling. Don't ask where it is. Left arm.
Yeah.
But I think we can end it right
now.
But
Gallade knows Psycho Cut. That was his signature move back in the day. So yes, Psycho Cut the duck. Yes, please.
Oh,
So yeah, because man.
you know, when you think about it, Farfetch could be a nice little reference to DuckTales finale. Yeah,
From what?
DuckTales.
Uh,
It isn't the final
man,
episode this
the
weekend.
only, the only, man, the only thing that Farfetch is referencing, like he's battling a Gallade and breaking the item. That shit happened with Serena's brakes, and she broke the wooden stick, and she had to battle a Gallade as well.
So you
Like,
mean,
come on.
so you mean to tell me I'm just gonna use duct tape? If
Um,
only Ash.
oh no, no, no.
But
It will be weird because we will see for the first time a Pokemon evolving and the item evolving as well.
yeah, that would be
Like
interesting.
when Farfetch broke Girder's Steel Beam into two. Yeah, that if
Yeah, we're
the
gonna.
Girder trainer returns, which most likely won't, but it will most likely the Steel Beam halves are now the concrete pillars of Conkeldurr. Uh,
But all right. I
but yeah,
think
like
I
Farfetch, Farfetch breaking that thing. Like, man, that girder had that thing since it was a wood pillar. Like, he was born with that shit, and you broke it in half, man. He was born with the pillar, and you broke that thing in half, man. God damn.
I think with that
But
said
yeah,
though,
Grookey. Here's the thing. In the VAs, Sobol and Cinderace, they will not be there, but Grookey will be there. So yeah.
whatever. All right, all right. I think
Yeah.
I think with that said though, we're all drained from this. I knew this was gonna happen. So I think, what do you guys say? Shall we wrap things up for the night?
I'm down for whatever.
All right.
Yeah.
Trey was here earlier. He had to go though. Subscribe to his channel. Go to his Twitter account. He posts good videos and good tweets on Twitter. Crasher, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
No worries, no worries. It's always happy to have you here. Folks, subscribe to Crasher, by the way, also on Twitter and Instagram. I mean, I don't know if you have an Instagram. Twitter and YouTube. Like I said, it's been so draining with this
I'm a
episode.
very intense YouTuber.
You're
Very intense. So if you are into intensity and into lots of hype and entertainment, well, I'm one of the beacons, but other beacons would be like Trayman One, Infamous Trainer. Like, he brings a lot of hype, and it's epic.
It's always been epic, so thank you once again, not Infamous Crasher. God dang, this episode drained me so much I can barely read anymore.
Thank you.
Infamous, thank you for joining us. You guys can subscribe to Infamous' channel and Twitter. I don't know if you guys have Twitch though, but if he does, I'm pretty sure he'll have a link on his channel. Koro, thank you for joining us as usual.
Thank, thank you for having me, and cannot wait for next week, man.
Oh,
Same
my
here.
God.
At least that one will not give me a migraine.
Yeah, well, that's that, folks.
Oh, man.
This Wednesday, it's not gonna be a live stream, but this Wednesday, I'm gonna try and record the Jirachi movie review with some folks. I'm gonna wait and see though. So you can probably expect that video out on Thursday probably. So with that said though, we'll see you guys next time. So have a good